Hello everybody and happy Halloween! And welcome to part 17 of What If Izuku Midoriya Found the Omnitrix. If you have missed any of the previous parts, there'll be a link in the description below and the annotation above. As always, if you enjoy this series, please make sure to hit that like button to show that you guys want more of this. In the previous episode, Midoriya went through a self-contained adventure where he fought Eon with the help of Paradox, losing to him, but saving many lives. He then returned to UA, but when he transformed into his regular self, something happened. Something escaped from the Omnitrix. The Scare escaped. The Scare says, "Finally free from that wretched watch. You have no idea how excruciatingly painful it is to be trapped in that thing." Midoriya steps back hesitant and asks, "Who are you?" The Scare says, "What, you don't remember me?" Midoriya asks, "The ectoneurite transformation?" The Scare says, "Yes. Well, at least that is accurate. It's not like you called me a freak or anything. Well, the name's Scare. Nice to make your acquaintance." The Scare starts transforming, turning from a simple husk into his regular true self. The Scare says, "Ah, much better." Midoriya asks, "What do you want, Scare?" The Scare says, "Nothing much. Izuku? May I call you Izuku? For now, I just want revenge." Midoriya asks, "Revenge on who?" The Scare answers, "Well, on the one who trapped me in that wretched watch, of course. And on you for keeping me in that thing. Of course, to get to Azimuth, I'd have to get a ship of some sort. I suppose something can be arranged once I take over this planet. But first things first." The Scare moves to attack Midoriya as he gets into a battle-ready position. The Scare then steps out to sun getting burned and is forced into the shadows. The Scare says, "Just because I can't get to you now doesn't mean I won't eventually. It's only a matter of time. The sun will go down eventually." The Scare then phases through the ground, escaping. Midoriya, being a bit frightened at what just happened, grabs a plumber's badge out of his pocket and calls Ben. Ben asks, "Hello, Midoriya? Congrats on saving all those people from the building. That's the, what's the problem? Knowing you, there must be a reason to call." Midoriya, while checking the Omnitrix for the ectoneurite DNA sample, says, "The ectoneurite has escaped the Omnitrix. I think he called himself the Scare or something. I need help, please." Ben gets serious and says, "Tell me everything." After a quick explanation, Ben says, "Okay, I'll be on my way with my cousin as soon as I can. I would send more people, but we're currently transferring a lot of personnel off-planet to deal with the Incursion Tetraman War." Midoriya says, "Thanks." Both men and Gwen arrive after a while, just as the sun is starting to set. Midoriya says, "Thanks for coming." Ben says, "Sure, no problem." Bakugo then comes towards them and says, "Nice to see you haven't moved." Midoriya says, "Hey, Bakugo." Bakugo jumps in, throw a huge explosion at them. Gwen grabs Midoriya, pushing him out of the way, while making a shield to block the attack. She says, "That's not your friend." From inside Bakugo's body, the Scare says, "You're right. Turns out I can go into the light. As long as I have a vessel, at least I can do that." The Scare throws another explosion with even more power, breaking Gwen's shield. Midoriya turns into four arms and goes to punch Bakugo. Bakugo uses an explosion to jump over Midoriya, thus evading the attack. He says, "You know, this form is very fit and strong. Maybe I don't need your power after all." The sun starts setting, and Bakugo, as he attacks Midoriya again. Midoriya blocks and says, "Then again," and the Scare says, "Then again. If I can have the best, why not have it?" Ben shoots Bakugo from behind, but Bakugo evades the attack with using an explosion to move. Gwen uses her energy projection to trap Bakugo in a sphere. The sun finishes setting. Gwen says, "Statuea!" Using one of her spells, Bakugo stops moving. The scare comes out of Bakugo's body and says, "Don't take away my toy like that!" He goes to try and take over Midoriya next, but just bounces off because of the transformation. Midoriya asks, What just happened?" The scare says, "The Omnitrix is preventing me from taking over your body. However, it's only a matter of time before you transform back. I saw to that when I was in there, of course." Ben changes into attacks the scare, but he just phases through the ghost landing on the ground. The scare says, "Oh, you'll do nicely as the next pawn." The scare goes into Ben's body, taking it over. Ben gets up and attacks Midoriya. Midoriya hits the Omnitrix, turning into Big Chill, and Ben just goes through him. The scare says, "Ah, so you want to use my tricks, huh?" The scare pulls out a blaster and points it at the frozen Bakugo, like frozen in place Bakugo. The scare says, "Then I'll play yours. Give me your body, or I'll kill the boy. I know you and him have a meaningful, or a bit rather complicated relationship." Midoriya says, "Fine." He transforms into himself, into his regular self. The scare leaves Ben's body, jumping into Midoriya's body. Ben falls to the ground. Gwen says, "Statuea relitia," and Bakugo unfreezes, falling to the ground, being drained from being possessed by the scare. Midoriya then hits the Omnitrix, turning into Ghostfreak. They both struggle for control. Midoriya, struggling to hold on, says, "Gwen, please, light!" Gwen says, "Illuminatus Maxima." The spell creates a big ball of light and damaging the scare and giving control to Midoriya. Midoriya untransforms, turning back into himself as the scare escapes again. The scare falls to the ground in pain because of the light, and because the light is causing it. Gwen says, "Statuea!" freezing Ghostfreak in place as he screams, "No!" She then turns off the light she created. Gwen grabs a rune from her pocket and absorbs Ghostfreak into it. Midoriya says thanks. Gwen goes to Ben and helps him up and says, "No problem. After all, we were just doing our jobs." Ben says, "The scare's a wanted criminal. We may not have much reach in the honor system, but we do know that the scare's a tyrant there, known for oppressing his people. Thanks to a friend of Rook's, what was his name? Gwen says, "Scout. You really need to pay more attention." Ben says, "Well, yeah. Scout informed us about the scare. When you told us he was here, we knew we had to stop him." Midoriya asks, "What did you do to him?" Gwen says, "First I petrified him. He would have freed himself in a couple of minutes, so I trapped him inside of a rune. Should last a little longer, at least until we can get him to a cell." Ben gets up fully and says, "We should get going. We might have another assignment soon." "Man, I hope we don't get transferred to the war. I don't want to give up smoothies." Gwen says, "And going to war would be tragic, not only for us, but for the millions of people in it, surviving and being affected by them." Ben says, yeah, we can go." Gwen says, "Portalus projectum." A portal opens in front of them. Ben says, "Until next time, Midoriya." Midoriya says, right." And Ben and Gwen leave through the portal. Bakugo wakes up and says, "What happened?" Midoriya says, "Some weird alien stuff. Let's go to the dorms before curfew." Anyway, that's where I'm leaving it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this little Halloween special episode. If you did, like always, leave a like to tell me you want any suggestions you have, any comments. Please leave them in the description below. It would be very nice for me. And until next time, have a nice day and spooky Halloween, everyone. Bye!